The 93rd Academy Awards premieres this Sunday right here on ABC Columbia. Matt Perrin is reviewing every Best Picture nominee. Today's film focuses on an elderly man's battle with dementia in The Father.
Welcome to Day 6 of the Oscars Overview, where we're counting down all the Best Picture nominees leading up to the 93rd Annual Academy Awards, airing right here on ABC Columbia this Sunday. Today's movie is adapted to the big screen from a play, and it deals with a condition that I'm betting has affected most of us in one way or another. Starring one of the most notable actors of our time, The Father takes us on a confusing journey of a senior that just wants to care for himself. So without any further ado, here's The Father. Our movie begins with Anthony, played by Anthony Hopkins. He is getting along in years, and his daughter Anne, played by Olivia Colman, is trying to hire him a live-in caregiver. He is adamantly opposed to this, insisting he is just fine on his own. She explains that she is moving to Paris and won't be able to look in on him every day, but he insists that he'll be fine. Then Anthony, along with us in the audience, starts a roller coaster ride of confusion. It seems that tricks are being played on him. Subtle changes in decor start occurring. Anthony starts to question if he's still in his own flat, and we wonder as well. And those aren't the only strange occurrences. We see different actors and actresses playing the roles of the same people in his life. Sometimes Anne is married, and her going to Paris is a conversation that never happened. Plus, even though her husband Paul is less than supportive, he also appears as different people when he exists. We see Anne bring in a caregiver that Anthony is fond of and charms, but then minutes later we're wondering if that interaction ever actually happened. As the movie progresses, we as the audience are forced to piece together several answers for ourselves, but as we're doing so, more questions arise. The same scenes play out again and again in different settings with alternating details. Our heartstrings are played with, and every time something lifts us up, we know we're only seconds from crashing back down. Time bends as we question our own sanity, but one thing is for certain: when this one finally ends, you were definitely a little different from when it began. So, how did this one earn the nomination? Well, I would say through amazing storytelling. For the first 30 minutes of this movie, you are lost and not quite sure what's happening. Then you realize that we as the audience are actually the main character's brain. But even as that realization is made, determining fact from fiction is still a real struggle. As I mentioned earlier, many of us have been affected by dementia either through a close friend or family member, and we've all seen movies where characters are affected by the disease. But this is the first movie, at least in my recollection, that gives us a front row seat and puts us in the shoes of a sufferer. As a result, the movie is extremely disorientating. It seems to bend time. You watch an hour of it that seems like 15 minutes, then watch 20 more minutes that seem to take an hour or more. You try to piece everything together, which leads you to the final scene, which leaves you as emotionally drained as the characters. The acting itself is amazing. Olivia Colman perfectly portrays exhaustion, and I wouldn't be surprised to see her take her second statue. Anthony Hopkins, as always, can do no wrong. He leads you through every single emotion and has you connecting with his character on a personal level you wouldn't have believed possible. This one may be tough to watch for some, but it should be seen. Will it win the award? With its storytelling, it has a chance, but there are reasons I don't think it will, which we'll talk about on Friday. This has been your Oscars Overview. Come back tomorrow as someone from The Walking Dead starts a new life. Back to you.